Hello everyone, welcome back to Yokai Temple, and my armor collection has grown a little bit here. So we've got my standard stuff, we've got my old Spectre, which is still pretty dang good, honestly. We've got my priestly robes, and we've got... yeah, this... no, this just does not look good at all. Apparently there are void formaturge stuff, but haven't found that yet, because I still need to figure stuff out. But anyways, first bit of business today is, well, today we are going to be predominantly dealing with ensuring that people on the server can actually survive in the course of a blood moon. Which is not presently quite the case because we don't have any reasonable means for people to continually get sources of Brew of Emptiness, which is what I use to survive blood moons quite happily around here in Yokai, protecting the village, if you will, from my presence, because that's what spawns the monsters. Or rather, that's what attracts the monsters. Players have this very interesting spiritual alignment. But one other bit of business that I do have to cover is the stability of this altar. So I found out the numbers, and it is a 25 by 25 area horizontally centered on the runic matrix. You then have you have like 5 blocks beneath it, I believe, directly beneath it, so our crystals just reach that, and about 10 blocks above it. So really what you want to be doing is building a runic matrix at the bottom of a structure, more or less. Like, having an open air one here is not magnificent. But it looks so nice in the open air, and I can really understand why people want to do it here, which makes perfect sense to me. But, a lot of people also, well, a couple of people at least, noted that there is something in technomancy. Oh yeah, turns out Nitor technically isn't included in the list of stabilizing elements for a runic matrix, but it is contained inside of a list that is, which is airy blocks. It's qualified as an airy block, so consequently it does affect stability, but not because it's just Nitor. But yes, inside of oh, poor Zathly Zombie. Inside of Technomancy, one of my actually kind of favorite mods, we have the Orderly Lamp. Now, 5 of these will completely nullify instability at the slight product of creating some flux, but we can actually use some Botania flowers to deal with that. That'd be handy. And like 5 of these will completely negate basically instability inside of our matrix, regardless of what we do. Slight problem. It is itself a dangerous instability infusion, and we'd need to be doing it 5 times. So let's see, Ichni, San, Yon, Rook, I want to say, but my memory is fuzzy. My memory's fuzzy a lot these days, I don't know why. Okay, so I am probably going to be doing some infusions next episode to try and ironically make our infusions more stable. But that will be predominantly to make the orderly lamps, and then we can see what comes of that. Hopefully we'll be able to get our Blood of the Gods then. But yeah, there is that. So the main thing that we're up to today is we are building a vending machine. Things you never thought a priest would do. Right. So we are heading over to the former side of where Yogan's Shrine was, where the spirit of Yogan's Shrine still is. Spirits tend to be fairly untouched by world shifts, so more or less, if your old shrine is intact, you're pretty much okay. And I think he's fairly on good terms with us, so we don't have to worry too much about him. But let me see. Let's grab our gear and go fast over there. Hey, Kiyoshi. Oh, right. Just before I forget, let's see if we can find her. Love Turtles contacted me and mentioned that they had a new skin for Kamiai-san. And I am perfectly okay with switching people's skins out if they happen to have one which is still thematically appropriate. Let's see. Ah, there they are. Okay, so hang on, let me get in the air a bit. Makes it a bit easier. Kamiai, no longer a Mulan skin. Looking quite snazzy there. But anyways, so zooming over to Yogan's Shrine. So, here we have our wonderful, wonderful lava column. And if I have my armor on, which I don't presently, because I've got wolf form, so I can't wear it. We don't. Okay, doop. Okay, so we've got our friendly aura node of Ignis in there. Where's the 0? My Farmcraft plugin there. That's interesting. So we're going to clear a little bit of space out here. I have already sought permission from the local spirit, so this should be fine, to build ourselves a vending machine. And that is what we'll be using to supply all of the people around here with safe passage in the periods of blood moons. Okay, so this should be enough room. If not, we're going to find out real soon. Okay, so let me get rid of some of this stuff, because I don't need... My inventory is going to be kind of full already for this episode. Okay, so first things first, we need to put down some buttons, and I unfortunately do not have my little window open to show me what the layout of this thing was, so this is going to get interesting. But okay, so first we have 3 different lamps, and these are basically indicators. And I can already see I put these too far forward. Hang on. Let's sort that out. There we go. I guess I'll clear some space over here later, but like that. Okay. And... oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, come on. I need to go forwards. There. And we want blocks there to hold buttons. And we want these 1 block off the ground. I think we do. Just so that they're at more kind of eye height, so people can read them a bit better. So stick that there. And stick this there. Okay. And now on top of and behind these, we really want to be having tally boxes. Now, tally boxes are from Automagi, and they basically allow us to read the contents of chests that are nearby so that we can determine what we want to do with their contents. Sort of like a more advanced comparator, if you will. Where's my last tally box? There it is. Stick that there, and on top of that we need some remote comparators, which I'm sure I have, aren't I? Yep, there they are. So let's just stick these on. And like that. Okay, and we will also be in need of some AND gates over here. So we want a couple of AND gates, so one there, and what these will be reading is the status of the money that has been input, so that's one over here and one over here, the status of the ingredients chest for the botanical brewery, which is here, and which button has been pressed. So that should work quite nicely. And on top of here we can also put some shelves for the return of items. So for example, if people have brought back a vial or a flask that they've already used, or that's just empty in general, then they can insert it into the whole thing, so it will actually be able to continue running without us having to worry about that too much. Okay, it's getting a little bit dark down here. So, once we've gotten our signal, we need to transport it over to the main wiring of the system, and that is going to be fairly roundabout, but we can manage this. And we're also going to need to put down a couple of droppers so that we can actually deposit our flasks and our vials based on the signal that's output by these. So stick that down there, good. Okay. And let's see, these deposit into a hopper, which goes into a open crate, which we can also put down now. There we go. And on to the side of this, we can put the hoppers. So one there, and one here. Is that an angry spider? No, we're getting a lot of Endermen around for some reason. Not exactly sure why that is. Okay, let's hook up some item conduits. So from there, over to our droppers. Okay. And we're going to have to tamper with those in a moment, but for now we're okay. Right, next we need... well, we can leave these in here for now. But we need a chest. So, chest goes here. And we need another one just off to the side over here. And that is responsible for being where all of everyone's monies comes in, because it's not like the most, well, it's fairly renewable to do all this stuff, but you know, we're not a charity, we're a religion, we're a temple, and you know, that kind of comes with some overhead costs to deal with, just so you know. Okay, so that's that. Whoop. And there's somebody looking to do us some mischief here, it seems. Go away. Thank you. Right. So, signal. We need to get that signal that's coming out of here around. We need some wire to carry the signal around without it interfering with anything else, basically. So, down there, and we'll use our red crystal to bring the signal over to here, and over to here, and there. Thankfully, these connect quite nicely. And we are also going to be in need of these repeaters, because otherwise this signal feeds back on itself, and that is not good. There you are. Come on. No. Bad. I'm not a pincushion. Please go away. Why are there so many skeletons? I don't believe there's a spawner around here. Right. So, that gets the signal over to controlling here. And right next to this, we need to put a golem fetter. Now, this is a redstone activated block from vanilla Foundcraft, and any golem that is stood on it, that is going to cause them to just like shut down whenever the system is turned on. Okay, and then our ender chest goes next to it so that he has something to withdraw from. So there's all the ingredients that we need to worry about for this. Okay. So let's put down a little bit more groundwork here so that I can actually connect this up. So we need to put a NOT gate and a couple, well, a NOT gate and a state cell. And the state cell's fairly important because that controls how long the system is running for. So about there, perfect. And let's take one there. And let's just turn this up to 10 seconds. That should be all the time this thing's going to need. And I need another signal coming just off the side of this, like so. And just stick a block there. And another NOT gate over here. And we can use our red crystal, there we go, to pass that signal all the way over to there inside of our golem fetter. So whenever this isn't being blocked, it is blocking here, and whenever this isn't blocked, then our golem is free to try and resupply. But I need... I apparently do not have my screwdriver on me, but I'll get through all of this first, and then you guys can see the whole thing working. Wood golem. This guy needs to be over here, and he is set to fill. He also has an air upgrade in him, so it works a bit faster, and he's got all of the ingredients in him, so which is perfect. So now we just need to tell him about here, and once I've actually like gotten rid of that connection, he will actually have the opportunity to stick stuff in here. But right now he's a bit he's having a bit of trouble. But anyways, moving to down here, this is where we put our actual botanical brewery. So the open crate drops all the items that we need directly onto the brewery. So we'll stick that Let's put down our mana spreader first. This is a Gaia spreader, so it should fill things up. Lickety-split, tickety-boo. And I can shift this for the time being. Okay, put that down there. And then we can put our open crate back there. Get those back in. And that up there. Okay. So, what happens? We put our items inside of this chest, which determines whether or not we have the money to purchase our particular brand, our particular volume of emptiness. And that then allows us to send a signal through one of these, which will immediately eject a flask or a vial into the brewery, which is the start of things. A moment later, and only in one direction, the signal goes into the state cell, which turns off this NOT gate so that this hopper is able to dispense the items directly into our open crate and thereby into our brewery. And when it is finally ready, it automatically begins receiving mana, so the Gaia spreader goes off and starts filling it. Then, over here, we put our second open crate, into which we need to retrieve our placed object. So for that, we need this advanced item collector, which also comes with a specific item filter, which does not have anything in it just yet, but we'll work on that momentarily. So we need to increase the Y, and we might as well increase the X and the Z. And that will continually pick up all of the potential products from this machine. Right, welcome back everybody. So this thing is finally complete now. So, I actually had to take a few test products out of this. So, when this light is on, it means that the machine is ready to run. That is to say that all of the items have been placed by the golem in this back chest. So we'll take a look at it. We've got all 6 items in here to make the brew of Vanity's Emptiness. Got some charge in the mana pool there. It's not presently hooked up to our supply over at Yokai Temple, but that will be coming up very soon. Inside of the droppers, we've got vials on one side and flasks on the other. And these are tuned so that when you put the correct item into the correct shelf, they are drawn out and dispensed directly back into the droppers, so you can return your items quite happily. The remote comparators are now aimed at 1 there and 2 over here. And there's a setup here so that when the pulse for crafting everything comes out, all of the cash is withdrawn and placed into our little chest here, which is also where all of our ingredients are going. And, of course, once things start to come out of this chest, then our golem is turned off, so we can actually do this properly, as well as this signal, so that you cannot spam the button and get 2 at once. As soon as you go, it is going to start removing stuff, so you can only buy 1 at a time. You know, there's no cheating of the system there. So that then goes for 10 seconds, everything goes in, Britannia finishes up. Once that even, the flasks take a bit longer than that 10 seconds does, but that's fine, because as soon as that turns off, that signal goes back on, he starts refilling and nothing goes back in. And then as soon as the item is dispensed, our advanced item collector picks it up and drops it into the open crate. So for a bit of example here, if I drop this out, it immediately gets dispensed there. And the fact that it keeps jumping up and down there is because it's getting routinely picked up by the item collector and therefore into the open crate. So the timer gets, the timer on the item respawn gets completely reset again. So that will be there forever. But I'll just take that with me now. So this system is completely remote. I can put in all of the mana I need over at Yokai Temple. I can put in all the ingredients that I need over wherever, because it's using an ender chest. And I can even retrieve the product that I'm, like, the cash that I'm getting given for this quite happily. So this is located over at Yogan Shrine. Everybody knows the lava column on the here, so we should be able to find this quite happily. I'm going to give it a nice clean covering so people can't fiddle with it for one thing, and for another thing so that it actually looks nice. But that is the Expeditionary Force's first vending machine, and this is the solution to pretty much everybody's Blood Moon woes. So I hope they enjoy it. Remember that 2 swigs from either a vial or a flask is sufficient to outlast the entire duration of a Blood Moon. You don't have to worry about sleeping, it's all set, you're fine. So that is that, and that is a lovely little project. I am really happy with this. Now, the last order of business for today is that, according to Kegare, there is a group known as the Crimson Cult, which I must admit does not sound particularly enticing, who might have some ideas about this Eldritch study. I'm not 100% certain on it, but he's fairly forthright about it. He thinks they can help me out. So I went looking around to see if I could find some of these gentlemen, and I recall maybe that I saw 1 or 2 of them before, but I didn't really do anything with them. But now, following the world shift, it seems that their locations have moved around as well, such that there is actually a group of them right over here. So, yep, there they are, and looking menacing, as one might expect of them. So I'm just going to walk over, and I'm pretty sure that they're friendly. Look, they're just sort of like chilling out, minding their own business. I think they're fine. Their faces on the minimaps don't look quite as, like, fine, but you know, they're just sort of floating, having a good time. So here we go. Gentlemen, I've heard tell that you might— oh boy, ultra-singed cultist cleric of repulsion, joy. I've heard tell that you might be able to assist me, oh jeez, with some research that I'm doing. Is there any chance of a— no, you're actually just going to come towards me menacingly, aren't you? Suck? Ah, thank goodness for this weapon. Ed, I'd really prefer you didn't, like, die to the cactus, just as a thought. Oh hey, Thamium sword. Almost broken, but I'll take it. Oh, okay, and you've got more friends, and now I'm on fire. Because just massive suck. Whoa. Ow. Weakness, wither, blindness. People are going to be dying soon, I imagine. I really, really hope, actually. I can't— where are you? I can't see you. Okay, let's just fall back for a bit here. Ow, 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 ow. I can't— whatever they're doing, I can't see it to ignore it. Cultist cleric— the oh, there are 2 of these. Oh, there are 2 of these. That might be about the problem. Gents. It's gonna blind me again. Yep. Ah, this is what I get for dealing with infernal folks. This is what I get. Hi there. Are you the last one? I think you're the last one. Okay, he's down. And, ooh, you're a big fella. Can you go away? Sickly Crimson Cleric was slain by a furious zombie. Ah, interesting. Oh, my flask wore off, that's why. Hang on. Let me just have a dab of this. Okay, that should hopefully prevent the mob spawns that are going on around me. So yeah, there's a whole other thing here. Maybe that's why they set— oh, I'm gonna have to cover for that. Jeez. Ow! God damn, these infernal mobs. Oh, and hello, there's one more. Rare, striking, cultist knight of you can't run. Well, I don't plan to right now, so that's probably pretty good for me. Whoop. Thank you. Kinda needed that. Sir, I really didn't want to have to kill anybody on this trip. But, you know, if you're gonna be so, like, tremendously arcane about who has your knowledge and all this, then I'm afraid I just sort of have to deal with it. Didn't want to, but you're making this more difficult than it has to be. Jeez, there's a lot of people around here, come on. Okay, so did I get any— got some robes. Is there anything in here new? Like, did they mention anything in the course, presumably, of screaming? No, I don't see anything here. Let me just get... oh, so much stuff in my inventory here. Crimson Colt Hood. V discount. Yay! That's kind of handy. And, geez, people are just being all manner of noisy inside the chat, aren't they? So all of that, and they didn't actually tell me anything. But you know, Kekerai gives, like, fairly good advice, so... I guess I'll go check him out. Like, I'll see if I can find some more of these guys around. Maybe they can give me something, I don't know. But I feel like I've gotten to the extent of what I can research here. I feel like there isn't really anything else I can find out just on my own. I need to find out... I need to, like, collaborate. I need to figure out what these guys know so that they can hopefully help me figure out what I need to know. Come on. Ah, finally. Jeez. Dear, that didn't turn out too well. So they're all dead, and the area is on fire. Well, better luck next time. I guess I'll have to catch you guys next time. At least we got the vending machine working. That was nice.